Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Premier Sport Fan Sports Center, and it's the match day 4 of the English Premier League for the 2025-2026 season, and it's the last match for today's, and it's the match between Brighton taking on Chelsea there at the G-Tech. Brentford rather taking on Chelsea at the G-Tech Community Stadium, and the match is already underway now. We are barely less than 4 minutes into the game. We are very sorry for coming in a bit late into it. And here comes Chelsea, trying to see if they can break the defense of Brentford and of. Brentford rather. Sorry for mixing up Brighton and Brentford. They sound almost the same. So it's still Chelsea who are trying to play out from the defense now, sending a long one, but to nobody there, but sending it back to Brentford, who tries to turn defense into attack now. Here comes Brentford. Could he did the opening goal? And that it's, oh my word, that was a miss from Brentford's Kevin Shaddy. Chelsea leaving dangerously at the back there. But that was a neat block there. I guess I think that was from the Chelsea number 4 there, making that block to deny Brentford from getting the goal. Tosin Aderabioyo, and the first corner kick of the game now goes to Brentford, and we know Brentford, they are very good when it comes to corner kick. Can Chelsea and the corner kick has been taken and headed wide now, and it's still goalless. So let's quickly bring you up to date with the start of the game so far. The players on the field. And for let's bring you back for Brentford. Now Brentford are playing a 5-3-2 formation. In goal is Conan Kelleher, the new goalkeeper they brought in from Liverpool, and they have a 5-man defense. Michael Coyote playing as a right back alongside Nathan Collins, Steven Van Beek, Ethan Pinnock, and Lewis Potter, who is playing as a left back in this game. So in the midfield, they have 3-man midfield, Johan Yomolok, Jordan Henderson, the former Liverpool player, and alongside Matthias Jensen in the midfield there. While the 2-man leading the attack for Brentford is Igor Thiago, the Brazilian, and Kevin Shaddy, who almost got a goal for Brentford in this game. While Chelsea are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, there are a lot of changes and surprises to this Chelsea lineup. In goal is Robert Sanchez, while the four defenders are Yore Hato, the new signing also alongside Tosin Aderabioyo, who partners Trevor Chalobah, while Wesley Fofana are playing to complete the 4 at the back. While in the midfield 2 there we have Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo, while up forward there in the midfield is Jamie Gittins playing from the left hand side of the attack alongside Facundo Bonate, who is making his Chelsea debut after recently joining Chelsea on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion, alongside Pedro Neto, who is playing from the right side of the attack. While João Pedro is leading the line for Chelsea, and we've seen the first yellow card in this game, and it has gone to the Brentford striker. They're talking about the Brazilian Igor Thiago. So far, and you look at Chelsea's team. There are a lot of changes. There are no Kopama in the team. There's no Leon Delap also, who is out injured. And another surprising player that is not in the lineup, but who is actually on the bench is Marc Cucurella. He's on the bench alongside Kopama. And another surprising one again is the Brazilian himself again. Talking about Estevo is not on the bench and is not on the starting sheet. So no reason given for his absence so far in this game. So let's see how it goes. But so far we've seen 10 minutes of football played already, but both teams are going toe to toe against each other. But Brentford have come the closest to getting the goal. Here comes Chelsea again, but this time around now, Jeremy Gittins has been dispossessed there, and it will be a free kick to Brentford in this game. So it's still goalless at the break. And earlier on today, we saw a lot of actions, in the other fixtures in the English Premier League. So if you let's quickly run you through the scoreline of games that have gone down in the English Premier League today. The early kickoff was the match between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, and Arsenal won that one convincingly, and it was a 3-0 win for Arsenal. While Bournemouth defeated Brighton and Hove Albion by 2 goals to 1. While Crystal Palace and Sunderland shared the spot, it was played at the goalless draw. Or the same scoreline also at the E. Dickinson Stadium, the new Everton home ground. It was another goalless draw against Aston Villa. Aston Villa remained the only team in the English top seven, league. I mean, talking about the English, in the whole of UK, rather, the whole leagues in the UK, Aston Villa remain the only team that have not scored in the first four match of the season so far. Aston Villa have played 4 games this season. They failed to score even at least a goal, and there's no any other team in the whole of UK that has failed to register at least a goal so far in this season. And also Fulham defeating Leeds United by a lone goal. White Newcastle also getting a, a, a lone goal win over Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the goal scored by their new striker, brought in to replace Alexander Isak. While West Ham continue to flop under the former Chelsea manager. Now talking about Potter, and they lost 3-0 to Tottenham at the London Stadium. There it was Tottenham will get the better of West Ham, and our featured match now still currently ongoing is still goalless. But Chelsea now having a free kick in a dangerous possession now. Jeremy Gittins was brought down there, but Michael Kayode claiming that shouldn't have been a foul to begin, but the referee says no, that's a free kick there. So let's see if Chelsea will be able to take advantage of this set piece situation right now. So you have 3 players there, including Tosin Adarabioyo, the number 4 for Chelsea, the number 7 for Chelsea, Pedro Neto, and the number 8, the captain for today's game for Chelsea. Talking about the Argentine, and that's Enzo Fernandez. What can Chelsea make out of this set piece? Let's see. And quickly taken by Pedro Neto and send it straight to the goalkeeper Calleja there, who made a brilliant save there to deny Chelsea in this game. But I think the flag have already gone up, so that would be offside against Chelsea there. So Brentford restarts the game and trying to play from the back there, but lose possession to Chelsea. So it's Chelsea now back on the ball now. And Fofana playing, for a very long time. I haven't been seeing Fofana on the pitch. He's back on the pitch now for Chelsea. Let's see how long he will stay fit. And he's always injured since he joined Chelsea from Leicester City. He hasn't really been playing a lot of match for Chelsea. He's always out injured. But here comes Chelsea again with Pedro Neto sending to the box, but cleared out there by Brentford there, and still with Chelsea now, the number 8 there, the captain, making sure that he won possession back for Chelsea in this game. So it's still Chelsea who are, dominating the possession in these early stages of the game. And it's Pedro Neto right now, trying to take on the Brentford defender there, and Lewis Potter has just been adjudged to have committed a foul there, and I think that will be a free kick now to Chelsea again. And yeah, the referee said that's a free kick to Chelsea Football Club there. the Brighton, the Brentford player, trying to claim innocence, but the referee said there's a contact there, so that should be a free kick to Chelsea. So let's see if Chelsea, another set piece situation for Chelsea. Two players standing on this one. Pedro to send it back, and still receiving the ball back again. And finally, it comes into the box there, but headed out there. But the former Liverpool goalkeeper Kelly will gather that one comfortably. So Brentford tries to build up from the back again, but lose possession straight away to Chelsea again. Brentford, they've not really, apart from that chance they got from Kevin Shade, who, took that one beautifully, but, were blocked by the Chelsea defender, talking about Tosin Adarabioyo. Aside from that, they've not really been able to, go at Chelsea again. But this time they will clear out and headed out into the midfield by the Brentford, the Brazilian Thiago there. But Chelsea winning back possession again, straight up into the balls there. And this time around, it will roll out for a corner kick there. It's João Pedro who is looking to add to his tally. He's gotten about 2 goals for Chelsea so far this season. And Chelsea having another corner kick now. Let's see if Brentford will be able to, deal with this corner kick from Chelsea. Corner kick quickly taken, send a short one back into the midfield for Chelsea. Now Enzo Fernandez send it now into the balls there, but no Chelsea player there. So Michael Coyote, who is supposed to be a Nigerian but he represents Italy, we gather that one for Brentford now, and beautifully well. He dribble past one, and still with Brentford, but that's a dangerous pass back to the goalkeeper there. So Brentford playing inside their own box, sitting there. Beautifully they've move now into the midfield there, and now moving forward now. Still with Brentford, and here they come now. And so the boys of Chelsea send a cross there, but Robert Sanchez will gather that one quickly and dropping it down for Chelsea, who's now trying to turn defense into attack now. Back to Jeremy Gittins there. It looks like the Chelsea new signing, what's his name again? The man they loaned from Brentford Brighton is playing as the number 10 in this game. So let's see. How far Chelsea can go. So it's Chalobah now send a cross into the balls there. But Pedro Neto couldn't get onto that one. Now is there offside there? I don't think there's offside, but couldn't beat the Brentford goalkeeper there. Talking about Calais there, who gathered down neatly. But that was a lovely pass there from Chalobah to find Pedro Neto there. So straight away to the Brentford goalkeeper there, who finds Kevin Shade there. But this time they lose possession straight to back to Chelsea now. Jeremy Gittins one-on-one with Michael Coyote now, sending to the balls there, but the Brentford goalkeeper there gather down again, and he quickly tried to release Ego Thiago there, but Wesley Fofana and Tosin Adarabioyo are there to quickly, stop him from getting onto the end of that one. Talking about Michael Kayode, who is a Nigerian, but he represents Italy. Was actually born in Italy there, so he plays for Italy. He was signed from Fiorentina there. Yeah, Michael Kayode, the Italian, is just 21 years of age, born in the year 2004. And he has been very, very brilliant since joining Brentford. He actually joined Brentford on loan from Brentford. That was in the January. That was in the winter transfer window, and now Brentford have acquired his service again from Fiorentina. 21 minutes of football played already. Still goalless at the GTech Community Stadium, but here comes Brentford now trying to eat Chelsea on the counter. And let's also remind you that Brentford are, they don't have the likes of Brian Mbuemo again, who they sold to Manchester United, also with Johan Wissa, who is now playing for Newcastle United. Also, Christian Norgard also was let go, and he joined Arsenal also, and including their manager, talking about Thomas Frank also. Now the manager of Tottenham Hotspur, also their former goalkeeper, also was sold to, I think, Bayer Leverkusen in the German Bundesliga. So for Brentford, they've let a lot of players go, including from defense to attack, even in the midfield to the manager. So it's not going to be an easy season for them so far, but so far this season they've been able to win one match. They've lost two, won one. They're on 3 points as it stands now. They have 3 points, and having played 3 matches, lost 2 and win 1. And this is the 4th match, and the only match they've won so far this season is the match they played against the only win they got this season is the match they played against Aston Villa. They defeated Aston Villa by a lone goal, and that was a lone goal, yeah. They defeated Aston Villa by a lone goal. That was in the, before, though they've also won, but that was their second win of the season. This season actually came in the Carabao Cup. So, but in the league, they've only won 1 game, and they've lost 2, drawn none. But this is the 4th one. So let's see if they'll be able, to get another victory here today. So far, they've not looked too bad, but they've lost possession so many times to Chelsea. And let's quickly go to the start of this game. Chelsea have been enjoying the larger share of the possession with 68, ball possession compared to 32 for Brentford. Total shot is 2-2 to both teams, and 0 shot on target for both teams. So for a big chance, it's still 0-0. Corner kick, both teams have had each 1-1 corner kick, and Chelsea, enjoying a lot of passes in this game. They've made completed 93%, of their pass, while Brentford have completed only 80% of their pass so far. And here comes Brentford in the boss of Chelsea, sent a long one there, but cleared out there, but back with Brentford again. So we're still with Brentford there. Michael Coyote now rolling it out there, but couldn't locate his man there, and Chelsea will send down back to their goalkeeper, who sent it straight into the midfield, but the Chelsea player couldn't hold on to that one, and it will be a Brentford throwing. Throwing quickly taken now. Brentford giving possession straight to Chelsea again. This time in their own half there. So Chelsea tried to push forward again, but losing possession again. This time Michael Kayode will gather, and here comes Brentford now trying to turn defense into attack. Now Lewis Potter now on the ball, but quickly closed down by the Chelsea number 7, talking about João Pedro there. So still Brentford with possession now in their own half there, gradually moving into the half of Chelsea. And another throw into Chelsea. Wesley Fofana, who is playing as a right back for Chelsea in this game. So Brentford winning back possession now. The game has not, really kick off the way a lot of Chelsea fans would have been expecting, and a lot of Chelsea fans would have wanted Chelsea to be ahead so far in this game, but so far they've not been able, to test the Brentford goalkeeper in this game. No shot on target from both teams so far in this game. But Chelsea still with possession in this game. João Pedro now trying to, see if he can bulldoze his way into the box of Brentford there, but it was dispossessed there. But Chelsea won back possession, and still with Chelsea now playing one-touch football inside the half of Brentford. Still with Chelsea now, but almost losing possession there to Brentford, but regaining back possession is the number 8 Chelsea for Chelsea there. And here comes Chelsea with Fofana. Now to Pedro Neto, who sent a cross into the balls there, but that was too much there. Nobody could get at the end of that one. So it will be a goal kick now to Brentford. So goal kick to Brentford. And the camera now, showing us Kopama, who is on the bench for this game. So goal quickly taken. Brentford still with possession now. And we've seen half an hour of football played already there at the G-Tech Community Stadium, but it's still, goalless between both teams. So here comes Brentford now with Michael Kayode. Send it straight back to his, teammate there, talking about Nelson Collins. And this time around, send a long one, but headed out by the Chelsea defenders, and Chelsea will win back possession now with Adara Abioyo, who finds Chaluba, now send it back to Caicedo, who finds Jeremy Gittins is trying to send a long one, but headed out there by Nathan Collins there. But still with Chelsea, but João Pedro will roll down, out for a throwing, but this time around it will be throwing to Brentford. Will quickly take the throwing, but and that should be a booking for the Chelsea player there. Let's see what the referee will do there, because that was a dangerous tackle there by the Chelsea player there, and rightfully so. That's a yellow card, and Chelsea now getting a yellow card also, so it's 1-1 when it comes to yellow card, because Brentford have actually, have a man issued a yellow card, talking about Igor Thiago, who has been issued a yellow card, and also for Chelsea. It's Jeremy Arihato, rather, who is now gone into the book of the referee. So Brentford will have a free kick now in a dangerous possession. Let's see. If they can whip in this one now. Jordan Henderson standing on this one. So alongside the number 8 jersey for Brentford. Jensen will leave that one for Anderson, will send a long one into the box there, but nobody there. So it's still Chelsea trying to defend this throw-in now from Brentford there. So this time around, it will be a long throw in there from Michael Kayode, but this time it will be thrown from the left-hand side of the attack of Brentford, and you could see a lot of Brentford players inside the box of Chelsea, but it sent it straight back and finally into the box, but headed out there by the Chelsea player there, but Brentford still with possession. And still with Brentford now. Charging forward there, but lose possession to Chelsea. And Pedro there. Pedro Neto rather brought down there, but the referee said that would be a throw-in, not a free kick to Chelsea. Ethan Pinnock, making sure that Pedro Neto didn't go past him there. So Chaluba now finds the Bonate there, but giving it straight now, and here comes Robert Sanchez quickly coming out to clear that one out for Chelsea. And another free kick there this time around to Brentford. Michael Kayode was brought down there. So free kick quickly taken, but Lewis Potter complaining there. But this time around it will be a throw-in to Chelsea. So Chelsea back in possession now with Wesley Fofana, who send it back straight to Saudi Arabia, who finds Chaluba. And back with Chelsea now. So another cross into the box from Pedro Neto, but headed out there by Nathan Collins there. But still Brentford now 1-on-1 into the box there, and that is a goal for Brentford. Kevin Shaddy getting the first goal for Brentford. So the first goal now goes to Brentford. It's Kevin Shaddy there. Let's see if there's offside there, but I don't think there's offside there. Quickly throw from the back there, and that was Chelsea being hit on the counter attack there from a long ball there, and cutting it out. There's nothing the Chelsea goalkeeper could do there. Talking about Robert Sanchez. So It's Brentford who have taken the lead there from Kevin Shade, the German there. Putting Brentford ahead there. And that was a neat, goal there taken there by Kevin Shade there. And you could see the Brentford manager talking about Andrews. Very happy with that. And Chelsea have considered the first goal in this game. So let's see how Chelsea, how Chelsea will respond to that goal considered on the 34th minute there. 35th minute rather. So play will start with Chelsea now. And still with Chelsea in the half of Brentford there. So far, Brentford have been able to, clear out, been able to have answers to all Chelsea's attacks so far in this game. Kevin Shade, who's putting on the number 7 jersey for Brentford. So here comes Brentford again now, attacking this time from the left hand side of the attack now. And hoping to see if they can double their lead, but the referee said there will be a free kick, a foul there against the Chelsea captain Enzo Fernandez, who looks like he's in pain there, and the culprit is the goal scorer. Talking about the German Kevin Shade, who gets the goal for Brentford in this game. So it will be a free kick to Chelsea in the 38th minute of this game. So free quickly taken now. And you can see the camera showing us the Chelsea new signing, also Alejandro Garnacho, who is warming up there. Let's see if we'll be coming on to help Chelsea in this game. 38 minutes already played, and it's still Brentford who are leading Chelsea. Goal scored in the 35th minute by Kevin Shade. So Chelsea now trying to see if they can get an equalizer in this game. Send a long one there, but the Brentford goalkeeper will come out for that one, and headed down out, and it should be a throw into Chelsea. So Chelsea still enjoying the larger share of the possession, but the most important start in this game is now in the hands of Brentford, which is putting the ball at the back of the net, and which is what Brentford have done so far in this game. And so far Chelsea have failed to have any shot on target in this game. They've only had 2 total shots, but both shots have not been on target. So it's Brentford who have had 3 total shots, but 1 shot on target, and that 1 shot on target is a goal scored by the German there. And another long ball into the half of Chelsea, but this time around the Chelsea player will deal with it, but give it straight to Brentford, but will now lose possession back to Chelsea now, and it's Tosin Adarabioyo who finds Harry Ato still with Chelsea now. Moses Caicedo now. Wesley Fofana to Pedro Neto. We'll send it back to the defenders now, and it's still with Moses Caicedo. Finds Wesley Fofana, who finds Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto one-on-one with Lewis Porter, but caught back into the midfield, and it's short there, but that was wide there from Chalobah there, who tries to take that one from outside the ball there, but that was a poor play from Chaloba there. And you could see the Chelsea manager, trying to encourage the boys there. So it will be a goal kick to Brentford, and the Brentford goalkeeper is not in a hurry to take that one. And joining me in the studio is our analyst and co-commentator, Doc. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Polo. Thank you for holding forth, and you have done a world-man's job of it. And so far, so good, viewers and fans, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. Premier Sports Fan Center is a wonderful place to be, and I'm having fun here. I've actually been in the background for a while, enjoying the football myself. But now we have to share, as Chelsea is being decided on by Brentford. Unexpectedly, you will think, Polo.
Well, I don't think it's unexpectedly. Brentford are a very good team. The only reason why we at the beginning, at the beginning of the season was a lot of doubt about Brentford is because they've let in too many of their star players leave, including their manager also, and even the goalkeeper, from the defense to the midfield to the even to the technical, to they let people go. So there are a lot of eyebrows being raised about how they were going to perform so far this season, and this is the fourth match. They played 3 before today. They've won 1 and lost 2. So that's the reason. But if you look at Brentford, they're one of those teams that really usually give the so-called big teams a game so far. I think overall, I think they deserve the lead because Chelsea haven't done anything to prove that they really want to win this game.
But so far, I don't think the statistics agree with that, as Chelsea hasn't done much to deserve a lead, because the XG for Chelsea is on 0.65 as we speak. Shots on target, 1 for Chelsea, 1 for Brentford, and none for Chelsea. XG for Brentford is 0.65, Chelsea 0.15. Shots off target, 2 for Chelsea, 1 for Brentford, and the block shots are 1 apiece. Possession is 67% in favor of Chelsea.
Yeah.
So they have actually dominated play in the last 43 minutes of the encounter. Fouls have been 7 on the side of Brentford and only 3 on the side of Chelsea, which shows that Chelsea has been playing more of the ball and Brentford has been doing catching up.
Yeah, no, Chelsea have been passing the ball around, just passing it around, not really threatening the Brentford goalkeeper. You could see from the total shots, you see that even as it stands now, Chelsea is having 4 total shots compared to 3 for Brentford, but no shot on target so far. And for Brentford, they've had Chelsea having 1 shot on target rather. Recently they just had 1 shot on target just now. But Brentford, having 3 total shots and having 1 shot on target, and that shot on target was what led to the goal. And if you look at how Chelsea have been playing, like I said earlier, they've not been threatening the Brentford goalkeeper. The goalkeeper of Brentford have only made 1 save in this game. And you look, the Brentford XG is higher than that of Chelsea, because for Brentford it's 0.65, while for Chelsea it's 0.
Yeah, that's automatic because the XG is calculated based on the converted chances. Brentford had 1 chance and they converted it, so XG will be high invariably. Definitely, that's the expected goals for this match. So far so good. I think Chelsea has the possession and they're still controlling the play. They are dancing around trying to get a shot at goal. A shot at goal saved by the goalkeeper of Brentford. And that's exactly what we're talking about. So you need to play the ball. You need to shoot the ball before you can get the goals. And I think Chelsea has been doing much of building up and perhaps not the chance to score. Of course, Brentford seems to have been looking for a way to counter-attack, and they capitalized on 1 chance, and then they took the chance and they scored the goal.
Yeah, and you can see the long pass from Jordan Henderson to find the goal scorer. Talking about the German Kevin Schade, and he brought the ball down neatly, and the 2 Chelsea defenders couldn't hold on to it, and he buried that one beyond the Chelsea goalkeeper. And that is what Brentford that is the plan. Try and allow Chelsea do most of the play, then once
then
you
hit
get the
them
ball,
on the
hit them on the
counter.
counter, and they've done that. I think in the first 10 minutes, they almost got. I think in the first 10 minutes, they almost got a goal from it again, but it was a well block from what's his name now, the number 4 jersey for Chelsea, talking about Tosin Adarabioyo. That could have been the first goal, and it's still the same man talking about the goal scorer that had that chance there, and Chelsea allowed it again for the second time, and that was the second time he got it right, and it led to the goal.
Right, so Brentford is doing the defensive work again as Chelsea approaches the penalty area. Palmer will have the ball.
No,
That's not Palmer.
no,
Enzo.
Enzo Fernandez.
That's Enzo Fernandez with the ball. What does he do? He passes the ball, and Bonate moves around. He dances around. What does he do? He gives the ball to the far left, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick for Brentford. Ladies and gentlemen, fans and viewers all over the world, Premier Sports Fan Center is bringing to you Brentford versus Chelsea. And this is a match, another London derby, of course. And I think this is the third or fourth London derby, city derby that Chelsea will be playing this season. They played 3 already against derby rivals. And the match has been brought to a conclusion for the first half. The first half has ended. The referee has blown his whistle, and it says, take a break and then come back after the break. So, Paulo, so far, so good. You said something about Chelsea not putting in their best into this. Could it be because some of their players are off, and particularly some really, really critical players?
Well, in the last match against, trying to remember against, trying to remember the last opponent now. They didn't look like that. Though some would say it's, they are just coming back from the international break,
and there's no Cole Palmer here. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, he's on the bench, but he was actually out injured. Against Fulham, he didn't actually play that much.
Fulham.
He was supposed to be in the lineup, but he picked up a slight injury from the warm-up, and he was withdrawn, and he didn't play that game. But Chelsea still went ahead and won the game by 2-0, and they played beautifully well there. But you look at how they performed so far in this first half.
But let's get this right. Are you saying Chelsea, with almost 70% of the ball, is not playing well?
To me, they are not playing well. There's difference between you having all the possession, just passing sideways, not threatening the goalkeeper. How many save have the goalkeeper made?
No, but we know that clubs that possess the ball don't take so many shots. They're just effective. They take 3 or 4 shots. They score 2 goals.
Yeah, but so far they've taken about 4 shots and they've not been able to get any goal. And if you're looking at the game, they've not really threatened the defense.
The last minute or two to the end of first half, we saw the keeper make a save.
That was it was after the goal.
But we know now. I understand that certain clubs come from behind. We've seen Real Madrid come from behind 0-1, coming back to beat an opponent. Barca coming from 0-2 or even 0-3, coming back to beat opponents. And Chelsea has done that before. They have proven that they can come back and win matches. Sometimes I think the tempo of the game and the attack is usually built around 1 or 2 people. If those people are absent in the game, perhaps it affects the general texture, and the players come. Okay, for example, who replaced Cole Palmer here? That's Bonate. Bonate is a newcomer into that team. Is yet to adapt or adjust to the players, and they're going to take time to understand that kind of pass that Cole Palmer throws into the attack. We know Palmer to throw those dangerous passes, through passes for the strikers, and he's not here. Don't you think that's a major hit on them?
Yeah, it's part of it, but if you ask me, the last game they played against Fulham, he wasn't involved, and they got a win. So
the fact that they got a win against Fulham doesn't mean they will still not suffer. I want you to get this with me. You're talking of having 1 or 2 important players. Cole Palmer is not here. You have Pedro Neto just joining the team. Just 4th official game of for him in the EPL for Chelsea. That's Pedro Neto. And then, that's João Pedro, rather. Pedro Neto on the right. Jamie Giddings is also adjusting into the game. And now we don't have Cole Palmer here. And we don't have the regular players here.
Yeah, aside from Kopama, who is actually, who is on the bench.
Marco Corella is
Marco
not in the
Corella
game.
is not, but he's on the bench also. So it's I want to believe, it's the manager that actually picked the team. He has a reason for,
Because Champions League is coming soon.
yeah. So he believes
And,
that
and
this
Cucurella
11
just played for the Spanish
but he's
team.
not the only one that played for the Spanish team.
Oh,
I'm
but look at
surprised.
Lamine Yamal, injured and out. What's his name? De Jong, Frankie De Jong, injured and out. So Cucurella could have picked up a knock too.
Well, there are other players also, they also play for the national team. They've also played for their respective clubs also.
Absolutely.
So I don't think we should start giving an excuse for Chelsea now, because one thing we know with Chelsea in the last 2-3 transfer windows is that they usually bring in a lot of players. So Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea should be complaining about having players out or not, because they have
Okay, so we shouldn't be making excuses for Chelsea. And as it is right now, we can take a look at the bench for Chelsea. What players are available? Should it be because these players are not getting it right? Who are the people that can help Chelsea? Let's look at the substitute bench. We have Philip Jorgensen, we have Mark Cucurella, Rhys James, Malagusto, Joshua Chimpong, Cole Palmer is on the bench as well. Andre Santos, Tariq George, Alessandro Garnacho. The injured players are Estevão Willian, Liam Delap, and Dario Isugo, Bernard Berdache, Romeo Lavia, Levi Colway, Michaela Modric. We have like 8 players out of the team. Of this set of players, who do you think the coach will likely throw in as the first input?
Well, you look at Chelsea bench for this game. You definitely be looking at Kopama, coming in, but I'm not sure if he's 100% fit. Because I believe if he's 100% fit, the manager would have, started him. But you have the likes of Garnacho, who has not really played for Chelsea. He's on the bench there, and you're looking at it. I think it's the when you talk about attacking player up for Chelsea on the bench. You won't look beyond Alejandro Garnacho. So I'll be expecting to see Garnacho and probably Kopama coming in. But I believe the manager will want to wait for at least for the next 5 to 10 minutes to see if the scoreline will change. If the scoreline does not change, then he will definitely throw in those players. Probably even bringing on Rhys James, and pushing some players forward.
All right, so let's look at some of these issues from the first half of the game. Brentford leads 1-0. Thanks to Kevin Shade's goal in 34th minute. It came very quickly through a counter-attack. Jordan Henderson delivered a through ball after Chelsea's Chebalo lost possession. And Shade finished so well. That was a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
Went through the legs of Adara Bioyo, and it was marked also in returning by Chaloba. And both of them couldn't just stop the ball, and it beat the goalkeeper flat as well. Beautiful goal. What do you think?
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. There's nothing the goalkeeper will do about that. But you look at the defending from Chaloba and the other guy, and I'm talking about Tosin there. I think that was a poor defending from both players, because they allowed him time and space to bring the ball down, and they couldn't close him on time, and he just caught in and placed the ball beyond the goalkeeper.
And that was a lofty.
And, that's a goal that every striker will be proud of. It's not a scrappy goal. Bring from Jordan Henderson there, from their own half there, long ball there. And he brought the ball down.
He just brought it down and
yeah.
beautifully settled it. Brentford's energy and transitions. Brentford have been so sharp on transitions. They've shown good intensity when winning the ball and moving quickly from defense to attack. Chelsea's possession has been wonderful, but low on the cutting edge. They have had more of the ball, but they haven't been able to test Brentford's goalkeeper. More defining difficult to create chances, especially in the final third, just like you have already acknowledged, Paulo. And then you have to look at the discipline here. A couple of yellow cards have been shown here. They've shown some tension and possibly frustration. Chelsea need to be more careful to avoid further caution we want to think. And Chelsea are under pressure, really, tactically. I think they're expected to dominate, but they're not yet converting possession into threatening opportunities. Brentford are doing well by sticking to a game plan, compact defensively, and quick breaks, capitalizing on mistakes. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So we think that Chelsea will likely introduce some of these attacking players, perhaps put a wing back that will support the attack. Now, the next question is, should Brentford just continue to sit back and protect their lead, or continue pressing with high counter attacks and try to score again?
Well, I think they should continue with the way they've been playing, and like I said earlier on, Chelsea the attack has not really threatened their defense much like that, and they are happy with Chelsea having all the possession, but once they get the chance, they try to go on counter, eat Chelsea on the break, and I think they should continue like that, and if it now depends on the scoreline, probably in the first 15 minutes of the game. If the scorelines remain like that, I think the manager should be, trying to see how he is going to, see out the 3 point, and probably, looking on bringing on some defensive players to help them see up down.
Right,
Even,
so we
yeah.
believe Brentford is doing well. They should just maintain the tactics and continue to hold and then counter-attack at Chelsea. So who do you think is better placed mentally here? Brentford leading at home, or Chelsea arguably frustrated? We need to composure. They will need composure and belief. My Chelsea's players still longer ago. So do they need some halftime talking in the dressing room to come out of this mentality, or do you think they can just do it with this their ego?
Definitely, the manager will, definitely have one or two things to, talk to the players, and, bringing on, letting them know that the first half, for a team like Chelsea should not be acceptable. They need to do better. Though you can't win all games, but to me, though I'm not a Chelsea fan, and this performance so far is not, a performance that you can get you, 3 points against a team like Brentford. If you want to defeat these kind of teams at home, there you need to, put in a good show. And so far, Chelsea have not, done
Beautiful.
that.
So fast, Chelsea is yet to put up an impressive show to the fans and to the viewers. Also to Paulo right here, who is an ardent Arsenal fan. But tonight, he is hammering Chelsea and saying, go for it, guys. Blues, you can do this. So to all Chelsea fans out there, we got your back out here, but the players are not impressing the analysts. And as we move on here, there are weaknesses in Brentford defense that Chelsea haven't yet exploited. Perhaps in the crosses, perhaps in set pieces, or in switching plays. But could Brentford also try to look for more opportunities at set pieces like corner kicks and free kicks to relieve the pressure of them defending all the time? What do you think?
Yeah, and you could see Brentford have been, trying to make sure they win a lot of fouls, and when it comes to set piece, Brentford, set piece, Brentford are also very good. They score a lot from, set piece, corner kicks, and and cool. So, but for them, they just need to make sure that they commit they make the Chelsea players, commit them, and win free kicks, corner kick, and that will continue to buy them time. And when it comes to the set piece, like I said, they are also very good. So Chelsea needs to be very, very careful. But if you ask me about if Chelsea have not been able to find weakness in their defense, you could see they are playing a 5-man defense. 3 centre back, 2
And two
full back there.
fullbacks, yes.
Yeah, and the 5 of them at the back there, they are very good, when it comes to defending. And you could see how Chelsea have been trying to, playing, what's his name, the striker, João Pedro, who is in form, but so far in this game, the
Hasn't been able
Brentford
to-
players, they've been able to,
They're just
catch
talking
him,
about
yeah.
Brentford defense right there. We have Michael Coyote from the right back. We have Nathan Collins. You have Sepp van der Berg in the center. Nathan Collins, Sepp van der Berg, Ethan Pinnock. And then at the left back, we have King Lewis Potter. These are 5 solid defenders who play side backs as well as full backs in this encounter, trying to shield the attack of Chelsea from getting in and facing their goalkeeper. In the midfield for Brentford, we have Jordan Henderson, Matthias Jensen, Yeho Yamaluk, that's possibly a Jewish name, Igor Thiago, Kevin Shade, who is the goal scorer. And on the bench for Brentford, we have Hekon Valdas Marcin, Aaron Hickey, Rico Henry, Christopher Aja, Fabio Carvalho, Frank Onyeka, Vitaly Genelt, Reis Nelson, Dango Quatara. And we have all these guys on the bench for Brentford to pick from. And just before the halftime resumes, which substitutes players might Brentford bring to join this team? We know we talked about Chelsea substitutes already. Brentford, who can we expect to see to beef up their side in this encounter from the list we just reeled out?
Yeah, there are a lot of players, interesting players there. If they want to defend, they have Rico Henry there, and there's Aaron Hickey there. There, but even Christopher Haja, they are very good when defending. But if they want to get more goal, there's Dango Quatara there, and even Fabio Carvalho alongside what's his name now, Reis Nelson, the Arsenal player they recently got on loan. So let's see. But it depends on the approach from the manager. Like I said earlier on, it depends on the first 15 minutes. If the game is still 1-0, why bring in more attacker? Instead, you could bring in midfielders, and there you have the likes of the big Nigerian, the tank they call him, Frank Onyeka there, who can come in and do the dirty job for them in the midfield there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Polo, for that beautiful insight in analysis. And then, gentlemen and ladies, we have resumed the second half of this game between Brentford and Chelsea. Another London derby, the fourth for Chelsea this term. The game is now in the 46th minute, and then Chelsea is attacking from here. So, having looked at some of these changes that might come from Brentford and Chelsea, obviously the coach doesn't think it's time to bring anybody in.
No, they've made substitution now. They've brought in 3 players at the same time.
Wesley Fofana out, Bernate out, and who else is in?
Atto.
So we have Rhys James in for Fofana, and then we have Tyreek George in for Fernando Bernate, and Marco Correa has been brought in for Hato. So from the look of things, Enzo Maresca wants to attack through the wings.
Well, I don't because you look at it for the substitution, he brought in. You look at it, they are more of a defensive substitution than.
But Cucurella, we know, is a wing back. It's not just a defender.
Yeah, he's a wing back, and and
so is Rhys James.
So is Rhys James also, but at the same time, you have to be very careful. We talked about how Brentford have been playing 5-man attack, and defense, rather. And the both the left back and the right back from Brentford are also are flying forward to make sure so he needs to keep up. Talking about Marco Corella with those players also, but let's see the changes how it's going to affect or change the impact. And here comes Brentford again, but another timely interception there by the Chelsea player there, but a loose possession straight back to Brentford now.
Brentford has a chance in the 18 of Chelsea. Well, the cross was too heavy for the Brentford striker. Talking of the dangling Igor Thiago there. He couldn't get to the ball. He tried, but it was just too high for him. So Chelsea will have to defend from a corner kick right now as Brentford positions themselves for the first corner kick in the second half. Game time is 49 minutes. The game is on the 49-minute rule. Brentford will stand to take a corner kick advantage against Chelsea. And you can see the Chelsea defenders actually shivering and stepping up and hoping the second goal wouldn't come in. It will be disastrous to see Brentford score a second from this corner kick. And we just talked about Brentford capitalizing on taking set pieces, and it took a longish one, which Chelsea's goalkeeper handles very, very neatly. And Brentford will attack again from the flanks. They're coming into the penalty area. Crosses, no. He passes, no. And sends the ball, but nobody at the end of it. Very, very careless pass from there. From that wing back, full back for Brentford. That was a beautiful chance, begging for connection.
Yeah, I think he held on to the ball too much. That should be Michael Kayode. We just have to confirm that, and I think also Chelsea needs to be very careful because
That's
looking
an
at
incursion on
that,
Shaq. But
yeah, but I don't think that will be given there. Let's see if VR will do something.
I think
but,
PR is not
VR is
looking
not
at it.
interested in that.
They're
But
not.
look at that beautiful chance again from Brentford. I think the player, I'm talking about Kayode there. He held onto the ball for too long. He could have, after beating the first man, try and, send the cross into the box. But he tries to, he wants to be probably see Ronaldo, do it all himself. But, at the end of the day, they wasted that chance. I just hope that will not come back to, on them in this game.
It's unfortunate the player couldn't get the ball in time, and then not early enough before Chelsea collected it off him. And Brentford is trying to attack one more time, but and the foul has been given to Brentford in the just the half line of the field. And Brentford has a chance to play a long free kick into the half of Chelsea. And Chelsea players could be seen retreating back to defend this one. Let's remember, Kevin Shade made the difference in the first half. He put one in the back of the net for Brentford against Chelsea. Brentford will cross. Nobody at the end of it. And Brentford still has a chance and they will challenge. But Chelsea defender will knock the ball to the goalkeeper. And then that was Enzo Fernandez who dropped the ball for Sanchez. And now Chelsea will attack again. They will build from here. And Chelsea has a chance here. There is a chance. Chelsea in the penalty area. Chelsea takes a shot. And the goalkeeper saves it. Just a tinkling. Like we say around here. It's just, it's tinkling, for it to just get into the net. And but the goalkeeper was very swift enough to go down and respect the ball and touch it just slightly for it to go into touch for a corner kick for Chelsea against Brentford. That was a scintillating moment, don't you think?
Yeah, for Chelsea, and if Chelsea wants to get anything from this game, I think they will want the ball should be continually be played in the half of or inside the box of Brentford there, but so far they've not been able to do that, and
Brentford will have a chance, but a foul has been given to Chelsea.
Yeah, and the player feels that that shouldn't be foul there.
No, but it was an obstruction. His legs actually clipped the Chelsea's player's leg. He went down. So it's a question of who went down first and who clipped who. It wasn't intentional, so no card will be taken out. But there was a foul, an incursion of play in the Chelsea. And Rich James could be seen having a word with the referee, and he's telling Chaloba to move away from the referee and saying, look, leave this to me. I'm the captain here. Let me talk to referee here before you get one yellow card for yourself. So the game will be restarted by Chelsea. Caicedo, Molly says Caicedo is standing on the ball. It was actually the man infringed.
I don't think that. Look at the replay again. I don't think that should have even been free. Foul. That was, in fact, it was even the Chelsea player that that was obstructing the Brentford player, but it was still the same Chelsea player that went down. Probably that was why the referee decided to blow that for a foul there.
So the game will resume and Chelsea will have the ball. They continue play and Chelsea is trying to build again. Now Chelsea trying to build again. What will happen if Chelsea loses this game?
Well, they'll go back to drawing board.
And they dropped from the top position. They were top.
They as it stands now, they are not top.
They were number 2 or 3 before
no,
this.
Before today's before
it was Liverpool on
week.
top.
No, they were. I think they were second before the match.
Before,
week.
Yes,
Yeah,
before
they
this
were
match.
second. Yeah, but as it stands now, and with the way it is now, they will still be having 7 points because they have 7 points from their
And they
first
will be
3
number
games.
4 5.
And they will drop down.
Let's take a look at their
we just have to
position
confirm the live table now.
on their table. On the table right now, Chelsea will not be in top 4 by now. If they lost this game, they're not going to remain in top 4 for match day 4. I'm almost certain of that, but we'll confirm that.
They will be on 5th position in the log.
And they may not be on the 5th position at the end of tomorrow's games, but perhaps at the end of today. But when tomorrow's games are played, they may drop even further because other teams may move up above the 7-point line.
I don't think they would drop below that fifth, because if you look at teams that have not played, apart from teams like Manchester City, who is having only just 3 points, cannot overtake them. Even Manchester United cannot overtake Chelsea if Manchester United win, because even the Manchester United defeat what's his name now, Manchester City tomorrow, they'll be having 7 points, and but the Manchester United don't have the goals to move Chelsea aside. And the only team that will, talking about the likes of Burnley,
now there's no other team.
Liverpool. So even
there's no other team that can push Chelsea off.
From that fifth. That is
no,
if they lose this game.
They might likely remain in the 5th position if it goes this way. But should they get a draw, they move on to they remain at the 5th position. If it ends in a draw,
they still remain there.
They remain in the 5th position with 8 points. However, they have 7 points now with this game as it is. And you can see Brentford sitting on number 9 with 6 points. Yeah. Brentford has already played how many games? They played 4 games, winning 2 and drawing 0, losing 2. They've lost 2 games already. And Cole Palmer, the Cole Palmer, has just been introduced into the game. I think that's just the man all Chelsea fans all over the world want to see. And they are happy with the half Cole Palmer than some fool Bonatti who they don't know. I have to be honest with you, I wouldn't be happy too if a Palmer, whether half or quarter, is sitting down and Bonatti that is just coming in is the one being fielded when Chelsea is losing. But I think Enzo Maresca is responding pretty well. Bringing in Reece James, bringing in the winger, Marco Correa, and now introducing Cole Palmer. Those are the changes that can make the kind of difference Chelsea is looking for, I believe.
Yeah, but so far the changes hasn't made any difference, and Cole Palmer coming in for Jeremy Gittins, who has been very, very, very poor in this game, and honestly, I was surprised. Even he was on the pitch for the restart of the second half. He should have been among the first set of people that would have been substituted. And if you look at the first 3 substitutions, those players that were withdrawn, to be honest, they were not in the game. So not just only them, almost all the players that played in the first half for Chelsea, they were not really in the game. So let's see. Cole Palmer on the field now. Let's see if he can help Chelsea. But so far, with the introduction of the players they've brought in, they've not really stepped up.
All right, so let's take a little diversion or digression from this game. Sitting on top of the table, and will likely be on top of the table if this game ends this way, is Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal is on 9 points, as well as Tottenham Hotspur with 8 goal difference, and Tottenham with 7 goal difference. And Liverpool, yet to play, is also on 9 points, but with 4 goals difference. Now, for tonight, Arsenal will remain on top of the table should Chelsea draw or lose this game.
Yeah.
How do you think, or how do you feel about that, Arsenal?
Yeah, as an Arsenal fan, very happy that we got 3 points today. We won. The last time we played out before the international break, we actually, lost to a very, a superb goal from.
And that was a game Arsenal played so well.
Yeah, and and I was so impressed with how we played that game. Though we lost, but we've moved beyond that one now, and we've played another game. But if you look at Arsenal of this season, it's quite different from Arsenal of last season. You look at today's game, for the very first time in a long while, the 3 players that lead the attack for Arsenal, they are all new signings, because we had Iberichi is partnering Gyökeres and Madueke. So you could see that they are new.
And Noni got a standing ovation today.
And he was very, very superb. In fact, the 3 of them there, they were superb.
And to know that this is Nigerian descent players, makes you proud.
Very, very good performance from both players. And
Chelsea has a chance to score back. And the ball has just been tipped by Kayode for a corner kick to Chelsea. Continue, please.
Yeah, and you look at in the midfield for us now, there were a lot of changes also. You have Zubimendi, who is also a new signing, for us now,
And scoring two goals.
scoring
He
two
scored a
goals.
brace.
Not just the goal, but his performance, were very, very, very superb. Also, Mikel Merino and Odegaard. Odegaard, was out injured in the first 15 minutes of the game, and you could see it in one area. Where I'm going to is, there's a lot of squad depth now. When Arsenal having squad depth and everybody coming in and playing that game. Look at the 21 years old Spanish defender who is playing like a Rolls Royce at the back, talking about Christian Mosquera.
Mosquera,
Arsenal,
that boy is fantastic.
Honestly,
he just replaced Saliba
he was playing as if he has been in the league for a very long time.
for a very long time.
Very
And
composed on the
when
ball.
Saliba got injured at the last game against Liverpool,
He came in.
we thought everything was done for Arsenal once again. But the boy just completely erased that doubt of
Yeah,
him.
and today also he was very, very fantastic. So very happy, Arsenal got all 3 points against Nottingham Forest today.
And that was a very fantastic. Congratulations to all Arsenal fans all over the world and over here in the studio. We have quite a bundle of them around here, and they're so loyal to their Gunners society. We're so proud to associate with you on the top of the table. But if Chelsea should win this game tonight, Arsenal will return to second place. And then Liverpool will play tomorrow. And should Liverpool win tomorrow, Arsenal will go to third place. And Cole Palmer has done it. Cole Palmer has frozen the defense of Brentford. With this goal, the defense stood still for the cold Palmer. A goal to Chelsea, a beautiful one from Cole Palmer. I told you earlier that this guy makes all the difference for the Chelsea attack.
Yeah, he's the best player in the last two seasons, and looking at that, cross into the balls there, and and headed down the door. The two Brentford players, there was nobody marking him. You see, they contested that ball, and it just fell to him. And one time he took that ball.
It was reflex.
Yeah. So you only say the Brentford players, they.
No, but placing that ball into that particular position, that is the last position of the net. That's actually the last angle. No goalkeeper could reach that.
No, I don't think there's anything the goalkeeper can do there, because the ball, was coming very fast there.
Oh no! Brentford almost had another one back.
Wow.
They almost had their spot for the prowess, and quick response from Sanchez there. Brentford could have retaliated and scored another. That's a beautiful shot from Sade. The goal scorer is still shooting here, firing on all throttle. A beautiful shot.
Was there a deflection there?
There was no deflection. It was just a slow shot. It wasn't fast enough. If it was fast enough, it would have beaten Sanchez.
Yeah.
But good enough, Sanchez was able to respond. And then Chelsea is not mopping right now. The goal line remains 1-1, one apiece. Brentford, 1 to Chelsea. The timepiece shows the hour mark plus 2 extra minutes gone. We are now at the 63rd minute. The cross came from Brentford and another, and yet it is now into touch for a goal kick to Chelsea Football Club. So, looking at the way Chelsea has played, do you think they're back now?
Well, I think they're back in it now. The tie now is now leveled as a standard. We've seen more than an hour of football played, 63 minutes played already now, and with this goal now, Chelsea, the momentum will actually shift on towards Chelsea, and Chelsea will feel like they can go ahead and get all 3 points, but they need to be very, very careful, because we just saw Brentford almost scoring now, but thanks to their goalkeeper, talking about the Spanish goalkeeper Robert Sanchez making that save there. So the momentum back on Chelsea's side, but they need to be very careful not to consider another goal from the break.
Yeah, and talking about scoring goals, Atletico Madrid has scored the second goal against Villarreal at the 63rd minute of the Spanish La Liga. They are playing at the Calderón, Vicente Calderón Metropolitan the home of Atletico, is it Mesopolitano? Yeah, Mesopolitano, the new stadium of Atletico Madrid, and they are leading by 2-0 against Villarreal as we speak. Also talking about a match that has gone on earlier from the Nigerian Premiership. We have Bendel Insurance peeping Niger Tornadoes to the 3 points and scoring 1-0 at home. And then let's just run down the fixtures for today and the goals that the games that have gone before this in the Premiership. Arsenal scoring 3 goals against Nottingham Forest, winning all the 3 points there. AFC Bournemouth winning 2-1 against Brighton. Crystal Palace playing a draw with Sunderland FC. And then also we had Everton playing 0-0 with Aston Villa. Fulham will take all the 3 points against Leeds United, and they have all the 3 points with 1 goal from Fulham. And Newcastle will also take 3 points by scoring a goal against Wolverhampton Football Club. And then we have West Ham losing 3-0, losing at home to Tottenham Hotspur, who were so hot today. And now we're having Brentford challenging Chelsea, trying to get the 3 points from Chelsea, but Chelsea saying no. We're not going to give you all the 3 points. However, we want to get the 3 points. But the game line reads 1-1, 1 apiece at the 66th minute of the game. How do you find this game, Paulo?
Well, it has, it's not balanced 1-1, but overall, I think, when you talk about the possessions, Chelsea are, having a larger possession, and you could see Brentford. We've seen what they want to do. They want to, soak up the pressure at the back, then try and eat Chelsea on the break. And you could see from the goal they scored, that is exactly what they do. And the goal they concede, though, I don't think you blame too many people there. The ball was, sent into the box, and two of Brentford player and a Chelsea player contested for the ball, and the ball fell, to the Chelsea player. They're talking about Cole Palmer.
Sanchez was there. Brentford had a good chance there. Almost just a touch. A touch was begging, but Sanchez was quick enough to jump out of his position and then get the ball. Right now, Chelsea is attacking from the right. The ball comes into the 18-yard. Chelsea will take a shot deflected, and the ball will go to the corner side, and Brentford will have it. But Chelsea will take possession again. Oh no, the referee has given a free kick to Brentford against Chelsea.
Yeah, another lovely play there from Chelsea. I think that should be, is that Pedro Neto?
That's Pedro.
Yeah. And good defending there by the Brentford player.
Beautiful control from Pedro.
Yeah.
But the defender was
quick-witted
sure, and was back in time.
Block that one, and I think that should be some Pinnock there, making that.
Yeah, Pinnock. Let's give it up for Pinnock. Give him his flowers already.
Yeah.
So the game has been balanced, attack to attack, counter-defending, counter-attacking. Chelsea going this way, Brentford coming that way. There is no respect in this game at all. I think Brentford is actually telling Chelsea that, look, guys, we can do this. We can get all 3 points from Chelsea. Let's go for it. Now, Brentford is out. You can see them moving in the other direction. They're no longer protecting their back line as they were in the first half. I think this opens up their defense, and I think Chelsea can actually, like we just saw from Pedro Neto, going in and trying, almost getting a goal. They will open the defense up this way.
Yeah, and Brentford are about to make some, substitution, and they are attacking substitution. So let's see. It depends on if the manager will try and, they are playing 5 man at the back. Let's see. If you be switching the formation, probably moving one of them and bringing in one more attacker to, assist the team. But they have a set piece now, which they've taken quickly now.
Right, Brentford has a chance in the 18-yard of Chelsea, but Tosin Adarabioyo kicked the ball, kicked the longish one, and Brentford will try and build again. They will come again, and Chelsea is there defending again, making sure the ball doesn't get into their penalty area. So while we're at this, I just want to run through what happened at the Bundesliga in Germany today. FC Heidenheim lost to Borussia Dortmund 0-2. Freiburg won VfB Stuttgart by 3-1. Mainz 05 lost 0-1 to Leipzig, RB Leipzig. And Union Berlin lost 2-4 against Hoffenheim. And Wolfsburg will have a draw. Oh, wow. This is a 6-goal cracker. Wolfsburg will have 3 goals apiece with Cologne. And Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich will show superiority to Hamburger FC. I guess they ate them for dinner and possibly drank Coca-Cola by scoring 5 goals against Hamburger FC.
Yeah, and they continue to show their dominance in the league. They're whitewashing teams, and you can't look past them again. Winning the league this time around.
Well, so we have this coming. The long throw comes from Brentford into the area of Chelsea, but Chelsea's legs are rather fast enough to kick that out. And Brentford will try again, and Chelsea will be there to return it out, and then it will come to Pedro Neto. But the defending of Brentford will make sure the ball doesn't move past that area of Chelsea. And Chelsea will restart with a throw-in taken by Reece James. No, Moises Caicedo will throw it back to the back line, and the ball comes to Chalobah, who will send it back to Cucurella at the left back position, and then the play will advance through the midfield, and then Brentford will take possession. I don't think Chelsea has enough since the second half. Chelsea has not had enough of the ball. Brentford seems to be getting the ball within 4 or 5 passes, especially in the second half.
Yeah, both teams have been giving possession to each other, and for Chelsea also, their final balls have been letting them down. And Brentford have actually enjoyed more possession in this second half than I think in the first half with the way they've been playing so far.
Right, so to take a little digression again, let's look at the Italian league for today's fixture. We have Cagliari beating Parma by 2-0. And then we have Juventus, Juventus beating Inter by 4-3. Woof, that's a lot of goals, 7 goals in that game. That would have been a cracker of a game. And you had the likes of Kelly, Yildiz, Thuram, Ajish, Shanalogu, and the other Thuram all scoring in this encounter. Beautiful game, 4-3, won by Juventus against Inter. Inter, the league leaders there. Of course, they won't be league leaders anymore right now because of the points. Then Fiorentina will lose to Napoli by 0-3. So in the Serie A right now, topping the league table is Napoli on 9 points, and Juve also on 9 points. But the goal difference for Juve is only 4, while that of Napoli is 6 goals. So Napoli, how is Napoli?
The game is still live. So they can still add more goals.
Yeah, but they're already like 6 goals already, and the game is already on the 79th minute. So we have just 11 minutes with 3 goals already. How has Napoli been coping? First, it was Osimhen out, and then they brought in Lukaku, and now it's not even Lukaku, it's De Bruyne scoring, Højlund scoring, and Brokema scoring. How is Napoli doing this? How are they able to cope in the last 3 seasons? They've been performing wonderfully well in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, they've been very, very good with their signings, and the players they've been bringing on, and those players have been helping them. This season we saw them with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, and they look towards the Premier League and look for those experienced players, and they bring them on, and that is what they've been doing. And so far this season, one thing we've seen with the talents here for the past, maybe aside from Inter Milan, winning it back to back, the other teams they find it very difficult to win it back to back. But so far, Napoli have looked like a team that wants to win it back to back, because the team you expect to challenge them is not really.
Now Napoli won it 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, and they lost. Inter
got it back.
Yeah, and Napoli, reclaiming it back. So, but for Inter Milan this season, they've been very, very poor since the final of the Champions League. I don't think they've won more than 2 matches again. We saw how they were knocked out, in the round of 16. That was in the FIFA Club World Cup, and in the league so far also. This season they've not been themselves.
So Inter Milan has not been so impressive in the Italian Serie A in this season, just like you heard, and they've been dropping points, unfortunately, but they may be blooming rather late. But well, the season is just 3 matches gone
And here
in
comes
Italy,
Chelsea!
and that's a beautiful chance gone
Wow.
begging. Chelsea could have
That was
got the
a-
second goal. Beautiful chance gone begging. Oh no! Oh, that was a
How
beautiful.
did Kopama not convert from there?
It was a good defensive work, if you ask me.
Wow.
So we're back to the game between Chelsea and Brentford.
Wow.
And Chelsea just got so close to scoring. An attack was built from the midfield via Pedro Neto, sending the ball into the penalty area. And Kopama
Wow.
had a chance, which was saved by the goalkeeper. Beautiful save. He took a shot and the keeper stopped it right there and then. Beautiful save from the Brentford goalkeeper. The gentleman has been wonderful today. He has made like 2 beautiful saves here that are worthy of clapping.
Yeah.
Calmin Keller, that's his name.
Yeah, very.
Calvin Keller.
A lot of Premier League fans will know him with Liverpool. He's very, very good, and he decided to join Brentford this season. He doesn't want to continue to sit on the bench, So he's a very good goalkeeper. I think he's from the Republic of Ireland.
Okay, so Calvin Keller, the number 1 goalkeeper for Brentford, stands at 188 centimeters in height. 26 years of age, was born in November. He plays for Ireland as a country and is their number 1 goalkeeper there. He joined Brentford just this season and he has been impressive. And here Brentford will attack again from the right flank, and what does Kayode do? He dribbles, and the ball has been put into touch by Marco Corella, who will send the ball into touch for a corner kick. But Kayode is
No, that's
impressive.
not Kayode. That's Dango Guattara. He just came in for.
Oh, Guattara, how
yeah.
they look so much alike.
Yeah, he came in now for
Okay,
Thiago. Yeah.
Dango Guattara there for Brentford, who just came in for Thiago. And he's making so much waves already, pressurizing the defense tormenting the defense of Chelsea right here. He almost got the ball to the 6-yard box before Marco Corella prostrated and collected the ball from him. Sent it to drain and says, "We apologize for this interruption, but I have to do this. I get paid to do this." And now they have to take the cross from the corner kick. Brentford on the... What number of corner kick is this? Brentford has taken quite an impressive number of corner kick, which is so poorly taken. And let's see what the young man does again. He doesn't try again. And a longish one.
Wow.
And what does Brentford do? Oh, no. Sanchez will pick the ball. It was a poor shot. Begging to be caught. And the keeper was just right there to pick it up. And Chelsea will build the attack again from the left. Ball comes to Cole Palmer, the left footer, the only goal scorer for Chelsea on this side. And the ball, Chelsea is advancing, but no, Brentford will collect the ball one more time. This is a beautiful game. Very interesting.
Yeah, I think the Chelsea goal actually opened up the game now, and you see both teams now, and another cross into the box there. But Chelsea wants to win it the game, and Brentford is seeing another opportunity. They feel that Chelsea wants to come out all out, and then they themselves they can try and see to eat Chelsea on the counter. So the game has opened for both teams now. Either of the team, let's see who's more hungry to get all 3 points.
Okay, so looking at the fixtures that went down at the Ligue 1 in France today, we have Nice scoring 1 goal and winning Nantes by 1-0, getting all the points there. And then we also had Auxerre losing at home to AS Monaco. And Chelsea has a chance here. Chelsea will cross, and Brentford players will take it out. Brentford will try to counter-attack, but it was just too short for the player. And Chelsea will come to the rescue, and Chelsea has been given a foul, free kick. Rich James will take a quick one, and Chelsea has a chance, but oh no, a goal. The referee has blown his whistle, and the game has been stopped. And Garnacho, the young man from Manchester United is coming in for João Pedro here, and he has just been introduced to lead the attack of Chelsea. And what does he do here? What do you expect from Garnacho here?
Well, I expect him to, try and see and try and come in and help Chelsea to get the win. And but I want to see where he's going to play now because they've withdrawn the striker. Talking about João Pedro. Let's probably they'll be playing a false nine now.
I think Garnacho is going to take his position and play.
Garnacho cannot play as the false nine. Probably Kupama playing as the false nine because you have Pedro. What's his name now? Pedro. Pedro.
Pedro.
The Pedros are really confusing. Yeah, Pedro out, but there's Pedro Neto also there, and there's still George also there, who's also a winger. So let's see where Garnacho plays in this game.
Garnacho seems to be playing from the left wing for Chelsea. He has taken the far left and is expecting his first. He has made his first touch on the ball, sending it back to the midfield. And let's see what Garnacho can bring to the pot here while Chelsea tries to cook for Brentford. But Brentford is all organized. They are keeping their back line, all 5 of them in the back line, and retaining 4 in the midfield, and then leaving just 1 man in front to deal. And Chelsea will send a longish cross, and what will they do? Cucurella will have the ball, send it back, and Chelsea will have another chance to attack. And the player has been fouled by Brentford, and that player is James Reese, the captain of Chelsea.
Yeah, and brought down by the former Liverpool player, talking about Jordan Henderson, who recently came back to the league from Ajax Amsterdam. He left Liverpool to join the Saudi Pro League. There he moved to the Netherlands.
And the cross will come from Chelsea, but it's a wayward one. Just went over all the players and went into touch while he's throwing to Brentford. And the game time now, he's 82 minutes. We're now at the 82nd minute of the game.
Yeah.
Regulation time, about 8 minutes.
Yeah, and Brentford needs to. The manager now needs to, make a decision. Do you want to, protect at least have take a point or go for all 3 points and. Brentford have been shown a yellow card now for time wasting there. I think that yellow card should go to Tom Pinnock for dropping the ball there. So let's see, and Brentford are about to make some substitutions also. So, but for Brentford, you have less than 8 minutes, to take at least a point from this game.
All right, so we have about 8 minutes into this game. And now that is fast ticking away and running to 7 minutes. And Chelsea is defending right now because Brentford, the referee will blow his whistle for a throw into Chelsea, and they will go from there. So while we are that, I would like to quickly run through what happened at the Eredivisie in Holland, otherwise called Netherlands. Today, Ajax defeating PEC Zwolle 3-1. NEC Ninjamen defeating PSV Eindhoven. Wow. Oh no. Eindhoven won by 5-3. Ninjamen 3, Eindhoven 5.
Yeah.
Wow. 8-goal cracker. Go Ahead Eagles will win 3 goals against Volendam. FC 21, NAC Breda 1. Feyenoord 1 and SV Heerenveen 0. Those games are still going on between Feyenoord Heerenveen and FC 20 NAC Breda. Feyenoord leading by 1-0. Do you see PSV challenging Ajax again this season, as they did last? Last season the fight was until the last game.
Yeah, and so far this season PSV have not really get themselves also, but right now they are topping on the table. But I think the team that I think is looking more competitive this season in that league is Feyenoord, who are they've played 3 games, they have 9 points. They are playing their 4th game now, and they are leading presently. And if they win that game, they will go to the top of the table, or have 12. The same 12 points with PSV, but they will be having a game in hand. But Ajax too are already in the mix now. They have 11 points from after from 5 games. So not a bad start, from the first 15 points you've take 11 points, but it will be a 3-horse race so far now, because Feyenoord, PSV, and Ajax they want to challenge for the league. But
So far, so good. I think it's just like you said, fair enough with the advantage.
Yeah.
3 games, 9 points.
yeah,
And the others have played 5 games and some 4 games. So Feyenoord might just be on a roll to do it again after losing out for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They won it 3 seasons ago with an slot just before he left for Liverpool.
oh,
That's a
that
beautiful
was
goal.
a beautiful goal.
Chelsea
from
has scored the leading goal.
Wow,
And they might just, and it looks like this is Garnacho scoring. Is it?
wow. We,
Let's take a look at the
Yeah.
replay again. It looks like Garnacho just scored
that
his
was a
first
beautiful
goal.
goal there. A well-timed shot from outside on the edge of the box there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, I
No,
think it's
Caicedo,
Caicedo, Moises Caicedo. It was a pass from Garnacho and then deflected by a Brentford player, and Caicedo will whoop a beautiful screamer to the corner and back of the net. He goes, calculates it, steadies himself, composed himself very well, and takes a very, very blandish shot. And was blinding to the goalkeeper. He couldn't see it. And
Yeah.
he went for it, half-beat anyway. And Chelsea leads the goal match now by 2-1. Moises Caicedo is the man making all the difference right here. And Garnacho is also the man that did the assist. Oh, everybody's celebrating Garnacho as well as Caicedo, because this is a Garnacho that was rejected on the other block. The block of red and black, or
I
red
don't
and
think
white.
he was rejected. I think he wanted to, he wanted to move. He wants the move. He said,
Just because he was not satisfied, wasn't
Yeah.
happy with what
So,
was going on there.
yeah. So
And
I
then
don't
the
think
way
he
he was being
rejected.
used, it was being used like a substitute. Was warming benches up and down. And then the young man got tired of that and he wanted a change.
But, well, it was, to me, it wasn't really warming the bench, but he felt probably what happened was the final of the Europa League. He felt he deserved to start the game, having played almost having started almost 90% of the matches in the Europa League. Now it gets to the final, and he kept him on the bench and waited till the last 15 minutes for him to come and do magic. Oh, wow.
That was an attack from Brentford, saved by Sanchez, the goalkeeper of Chelsea. It was a beautiful, beautiful cross, deflected with the goalkeeper, and it was just saved. It was saved at the last instinct. It was a deflection from the foot of Cucurella. It was going straight in. Almost caught the keeper unawares, and he just saved the ball. Could have been 2-2, but as it stands at the 87th minute, Cole Palmer on the floor asking the referee why he should get up to defend this. But the referee saying, look, you have to get up. It's 87 minutes, but I can add more time for you guys. And Cole Palmer said, that's true, ref. And then he got back to his foot and his heels. And now Chelsea has to defend a corner throw from Brentford. We have a long thrower here. He's standing right at the edge of the 18, and he throws a longish one, just like a corner kick. And cross comes in.
Wow.
Oh, that
Robert
was so
Sanchez.
close. Oh, Robert Sanchez to the rescue. That ball was going straight in from the thrower. Nobody made a contact. It just bounced and was going straight into the net. But Sanchez saw it at the last minute and just put a fingertip to it, and it went over the post for a corner kick to Brentford. Brentford will stand to take a corner kick from the far end of the field. Let's see what they do with this. What is the routine? What have they planned for this set piece? We should see. This might just make or mar this game and decide how it ends. And Brentford will have a chance, but no, the ball was picked up by Robert Sanchez one more time. the goalkeeper of Chelsea. And he will sit on the floor trying to take his time, and he just lies back, and I think he's going to waste more time, drops the ball, and of course Chelsea is ahead, and this kind of drama will unfold. Paulo, do you think we can see any miracles again in this game, or do we just take it like this?
Well, it's a game of football, it's not over until, the referee says it's over, we've seen teams, scoring in 9 minutes of game, but Chelsea, I think, if you ask me, I think Chelsea are good to go because though Brentford are beginning to apply, some serious pressure, but I don't think they'll be able to break down Chelsea. After Chelsea got that goal, I said the momentum has actually shifted, towards Chelsea, and Chelsea will feel they can go ahead and get, all 3 points, and that is what they are doing right now.
Yes, and that's what Chelsea is out to do. Chelsea wants to take away all the 3 points. It's actually in their hands to lose right now.
Yeah.
As it stands, Chelsea is on the log as number 1. Right now, Chelsea sits on the log with 10 points from 4 matches, having played 1 draw in the encounter earlier in the league. So Chelsea tops, and Arsenal returns to number 2. And Brentford will have a chance, but no, the referee has blown his whistle for a free kick to Chelsea for an infringement on Reece James from Shade, the striker of Brentford. So from the game at the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Madrid still leads by 2-0 against Villarreal at the Metropolitano, right there in Madrid. And Chelsea still leads here in London at the London Derby against Brentford, who is trailing by 1-2, and the game is beginning to turn to violence. You can see players trading words and referees throwing yellow cards up and down. One has just been shown to George, the defender, the midfielder of Chelsea. And the game is coming to an end. We're now at the 92nd minute of the game. 90 minutes has passed, and now we're at the 2nd minute of the injury time. 4 minutes or 6 minutes have been awarded by the referees, and we're now at the 2nd minute of the injury time. Let's see what Brentford can do with the remaining 4 minutes, but it looks like Chelsea is enjoying this. They're taking their time for everything.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. That's what you have to do now. Make sure you take as much time as you can, and try and make sure that Brentford doesn't get much from the ball game. But let's see if Brentford will be able to at least get an equalizer in this game.
So can Brentford get an equalizer? Put that in the comment section. Join us as we run this game. Do you think Brentford can get an equalizer? Premier Sports Fan Center wants your opinion. Viewers, put it in the comment section or call in on the phone numbers on the screen. Let's know what you think. And perhaps we have some octopus predictors out there. Let's hear you as well. Let's hear your prediction. If it can happen, then you will be the octopus. Brentford will take a longish one into the defense of Chelsea, but enough bodies are in there. Chelsea defending very aggressively and fiercely, desperately, but Brentford will still launch an attack, and Chelsea will be there again to pick it up. And all the way down here, Chelsea has now become 6 or 7 in the 18-yard now. They're parading all the blues in the 18 in making sure that Brentford players and the ball are kept out of their goal area. How does Brentford respond to it? Carvalho has been introduced into this game, another attacking progress from Brentford, and Brentford scores. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my
Carvalho,
God. What a drama here. Wow. Oh my God, this is not Hollywood. Wow. This is not Nollywood. This is footballhood. Footballhood here for you. And Brentford, fortunately, has Hollywood on their chest. Yeah. Does it mean they're acting drama? What a drama. Fantastic. Brentford has scored.
Oh,
Oh my
there was
God.
nobody, marking.
Oh my God. That ball just rolled off. And
Wow.
a tap in.
It was like a similar to
What Palmer scored
Yeah,
earlier.
because the ball fell, when the guys contested for it. But the difference was that Kupama had to eat his own.
I
But this one was
hope the
just
goal would not be disallowed because
I
of
don't
the
think there's
number
a foul.
14. Number 14 was in an offside position, but he didn't make any contact.
Yeah, as far as there's no contact there,
He
I don't
avoided
think-
the ball
Yeah,
intentionally,
yeah.
but we have to wait for VAR to decide that.
I don't think there's anything VAR will do about this goal, but let's see.
Because VAR could say he was obstructing the goalkeeper.
So and I think they are
There's
communicating.
a contention on the goal.
Yeah, let's see
Oh my
if
God.
there's offside or is there a push or a foul. I think.
It's a goal!
Yeah,
It says
I don't think there is
yes!
because there's no any.
viewers,
Yeah.
fans all over the world. This is a game of football. This is not Nollywood, although they have Hollywood there, but this is pure drama.
Yeah.
Football is so unpredictable. Just a few minutes ago, I was just thinking, has Chelsea got all the 3 points? And
Well-
Brentford has played so well in this game. They deserve a draw.
Well, if you look at it overall, especially with their first half performance, I think they deserve. Though Chelsea, had to step up, in the second half, but so far.
And Chelsea will attack again. They will try to launch one from the left. Chelsea will cross, and Brentford will try to defend, and Brentford will go on a counter-attack. And Chelsea will almost get it, but Brentford possesses the ball. Ball comes back to Chelsea. Cole Palmer has the ball in a dangerous position. It takes a shot deflected, and Garnacho has a chance. Cole Palmer takes a shot and over the bar, just over the bar, over the bar. Chelsea of London, in Brentford of London, but slugging it out here. Beautiful cross from Garnacho. Palmer will take a wayward one over the goalpost. And you can see Maresca rubbing his bald head right there, hoping and saying, oh my God, in his mind he'll be like, oh my Cole Palmer, why didn't you just do it again? But it's not every day that is Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, not every day, and it's been a while. Kupama actually got a goal from open play, but today, he was able to get, a goal, and just I think 4 minutes, after he came on, and
Chelsea will attack again from Garnacho on the left flank. A cross from Chelsea, and just goes into touch for a goal kick for Brentford. Game time is now at 97th minute. We are now at the minimum, beyond the minimum recommended time for the referee. So it is now left at the discretion of the referee whether to blow his whistle or to hold on to it in his mouth. And Brentford goalkeeper Keller will stand on that ball to take a longish one. And the referee blows his whistle for full time, and the handshakes are made within the coaches and managers. Brentford will rule their loss of the chance they had initially, but they will celebrate the equalizer. And I think Chelsea also wouldn't feel so bad having come back from a 0-1 in the first half. What do you think?
I think Chelsea will feel, they let all 3 points, go in the last, few minutes of the game, and Carvalho getting at least a point from for Brentford. Brentford were leading the Chelsea. They felt like they could take all 3 points, but at the end of the day, both teams had to share, this point. So for Chelsea fans, they will feel disappointed, with the way they played today, and at the same time not taking all 3 points. But for Brentford, I think it's. I don't think their fans will complain too much, because they want to at least 1 point against the world champion. It's something for them. So congratulations to for Brentford for taking 1 point in this game. But for Chelsea, it's a 2 point drop, and you could see the excitement in the face of the manager. And I said it earlier on. Brentford have gotten 3 points. I mean, they've won one game in the league, and they won it at home here. And today again, at least they've taken a point from Chelsea. So let's see how
Chelsea.
it goes.
Okay, so looking at the game, the result of the game has come to full time, and the game score shows, the scoreboard shows Brentford Football Club 2 and Chelsea Football Club 2. Some players are clapping, some players are mopping, some players are satisfied they got a draw. And right here from the studio, welcome back here. What a thrilling match we just witnessed at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Brentford and Chelsea sharing the spoils in a 2-2 dramatic draw. What a drama out there. 2 goals each, late drama, missed chances, and plenty of breakdown. Let's get straight into it. The first thing we have here is that Chelsea had the lead twice. Oh no, Chelsea had the lead once.
Yeah.
They couldn't see it through. Is this a case of Chelsea failing to manage the game in key moments? Let's focus on Chelsea's game management, defenses, lapses, and mental technicality. What do you think, Paulo?
Well, I think Chelsea they failed to manage the game and the dying minutes of the game, because immediately they got the goal. That's the second goal from Kopama. You could see Brentford now trying to push forward, but looking at the time they considered that goal, that was a very very bad time for Chelsea. They considered the referee actually had I think 4 minutes, and they considered in the 93rd minute. So it's a very bad time to concede, because there's nothing you could do again with just 1 minute left. So for Chelsea, I think it's about game management, which they couldn't hold on to that 3 point.
Right, so Brentford showed incredible fight, equalizing late on. How much credit do they deserve for staying in this game and forcing Chelsea into a mistake? Let's praise Brentford's resilience here, tactical adjustment and pressing style for that competition they kept on, especially with the changes made. Carvalho, the new entrant, got the goal for them. So we're looking here at certain things here. We saw some standout performances. Sterling was lively, Wissa was dangerous. Who impressed you the most in the game, and what was the single moment that changed the game for you? Paulo?
Well, I live for Brentford. What's his name now? Talking about the goal scorer, Kevin Shad. He was very, very impressive in this game, and he played fantastically well in the first half and even in the second half. Though Igor Thiago, he was his other play were good, but I don't think he really impressed. I think he was a bit. I was disappointed with his overall performance in this game for me, for Brentford. And the Brentford goalkeeper also, I think he was very, very impressive. He was calm. I look at the goals he considered. I don't think there's any thing he could have done with those goals. But for Chelsea, to be honest, I don't. Apart from the Chelsea goalkeeper, who really, really impressed, and probably I'm just throwing aside because of that, goal. Every other player, they didn't really have a good game for
All
me.
right, so you are not impressed with what the Chelsea players did. Chelsea dropped 2 points here. Brentford gained 1 point. What does this result mean for both sides going forward in terms of momentum and confidence? Let's look at this from the angle of ambitions for Chelsea to win the Premiership and Brentford's fight to stay clear of relegation zone. As it is right now, they have dropped. Brentford has dropped beyond the first 10 position. They are now on the 11th or 12th position. And Chelsea seem to be dropping points. They've dropped 4 points already in four games. And what do you think this will mean concerning their confidence to get the EPL this season?
Well, it depends on the target. If their target is to win the league, and dropping points like this, games that you could against teams that you are expected to defeat. The first one was against Crystal Palace, and now against Brentford. Teams like this, you expect Chelsea
London
to win.
derby. London derby.
You expect them to win these kind of games before they start meeting the big boys. But you are dropping points against them. That means there's some there's something wrong, because the next game now is against Manchester United. and you don't know what could happen in those kind of games. So for Chelsea, it's a very big blow that they couldn't secure all 3 points. But for Brentford, I think it's another step in the right direction
For
them.
Brentford, it is another step in the right direction. Tomorrow is a Super Sunday, as you will say.
Yeah.
Manchester Derby, Man City, Man United, and then Liverpool will have to take on another encounter. Let's just find the fixture for Liverpool very quickly.
Liverpool will be taking on Burnley. Yeah.
Burnley. So Liverpool has an upper hand here. And then the Manchester Derby, we're playing number 16, number 15 versus number 16. Both of them not doing so well so far in the last few encounters of the Premiership. Manchester City a little bit on the higher side. I mean, United on the higher side on 11th position, while City is languishing at number 16 with 3 points from 3 games. Very, very poor, you will say. But United has only 4 points from 3 games. Also very poor. Both of them are going to face themselves tomorrow. Yeah. Will they share the spoil, or someone will get a lead? We'll find out tomorrow. Liverpool will also be playing, and Liverpool is aiming to get the maximum points and 12 points in 4 games should they win against Burnley tomorrow. So viewers out there, we want you to look out for these matches and be confident that we'll have a great match coming in tomorrow. And then now we're looking at so much to unpack. Chelsea still struggling to turn dominance into 3 points. And Brentford proving once again they're no pushovers. We'll have analysis, player ratings, and your fans' reaction coming up after the break. Chelsea missed chances, wonderful chances they missed thereafter, but we'll talk about it after the break. Until then, we want to bid you have a lovely, lovely evening. From outside the studio, my name is Yinka Adegbuyi. I'm called Doc around here. And Paulo, thanks for staying here at the studio. Until we see you again, take care of yourself and bye for now.